Well, trampling on civil liberties may be something to get used to in 2011. It's just one of the things our next guest says we'll need to watch for in the coming year. The founder of the Trends Research Institute, Gerald Celente, joins us now to talk about some of the top trends of 2011. Gerald, nice to see you this morning.
Hey, Happy New Year.
All right, so as I'm going over the list here, we saw quite a bit of talk this year about gold. Gold prices, the value of gold. You predict a gold rush in 2011, more so than we saw in 2010?
That's right. You know, we began the gold bull run in 2001 when we identified it in the Trends Journal, and now we're saying gold 2000 is not far behind. The dollar keeps losing value. Commodity prices keep going up. One of the reasons, supply and demand. The other one is the devaluation of the dollar and all of the problems going on in Europe with the economic monetary union. People are going to be looking for safe havens from China to India, throughout Europe and around the world. Gold will shine.
Gold will shine, you say, around $2,000 an ounce. The question, though, when I hear these types of things, it reminds me a little bit of like the tech boom. Is there going to be a bursting bubble with gold and people are going to be really upset that they invested in it?
At some point, but not long term. You look at the rise in gold. It's been a steady trajectory up. It's gone up 500% since 2001.
War on freedom, you say, is coming in 2011.
Look, we just saw our Homeland Security czarist telling the people at Walmart and people that shop there to go rat out anybody that they think is suspicious. We're seeing now Predator drones without the bombs in them circling over Miami-Dade County, looking in your windows to see who's safe and who's not. We're seeing the same thing happening in Houston, and we're going to see more and more taking away of our civil liberties at every level. The war on terror will continue. We expect more terror strikes as well.
And perhaps more terror strikes in cyberspace. Cyber wars is another one of your big predictions.
I'll tell you, anybody wanting to look for a good entrepreneurial opportunity and education advancement and money for the rest of their life become a cyber sleuth. We saw what happened this year with the Stuxnet in Iran, breaking down their nuclear systems. Cyber war is going to be waged by government, and cyber crime is going to run rampant, and there's no stopping it. For every new system they put to prevent it, a new one is born to overrun it.
Crime waves. Crime waves is next. Tell us about this.
Hey, you know, I'm a Bronx guy by birth. When people lose everything and have nothing left to lose, they lose it. And people are losing their jobs. They don't have any money. They're losing their homes. They're desperate, stressed out. They're going to be doing anything they can. And crime has become institutionalized. From Wall Street down to the welfare mom ripping it off, crime is going to be big business.
Finally, we'll end on mystery trend.
A mystery trend.
What is this?
Know the hand that feeds you. In one word, we call it bellissimo. It's going to be a new high quality of food. Again, current events form future trends. Remember they recalled 500 million eggs from that Auschwitz farm place out there, that chicken coop concentration camp? People are going to be going more and more into quality foods. The butcher, the baker, the artisan cheese maker, 25% of the population is going to quality.
Grass-fed organic stuff. All right, Gerald Celente, founder of the Trends Research Institute. Here's hoping to a good 2011. Thanks, Gerald.
Thank you.
Well, between high unemployment, poor housing markets, and higher taxes, there's no doubt that lots of folks are happy to bid 2010 goodbye and are hoping for better economic times in 2011. Some economists are saying there are some signs that things are improving, but other trend watchers are more cautious about what to expect this year. Gerald Celente heads the Trends Research Institute and is on record for accurately forecasting the 1987 stock market crash, the collapse of the dot-com boom, and the current citizen tax revolts that we saw in the last election campaign. Welcome. Nice to have you here today.
Happy New Year. Thanks for having me.
Happy New Year to you, too. Well, you say that we're still in the midst of really tough times and that people will no longer accept promises made by our political leaders and do more to hold their government accountable for the problems that we're up against. What impact do you think this could have, for example, on getting legislation passed to help our economy?
Well, as far as legislation being passed, it's not going to help our economy. What we need to have is a productive capacity. We have to create jobs through production, not through stimulus money, not through trillions of dollars worth of Federal Reserve money that's not worth the digital paper it's not printed on. So they could legislate all they want without bringing production back home or creating a productive capacity. There is no recovery. Look what's going on in Europe. The European Monetary Union is about to collapse. Look what's going on in the States. We just found out that the Federal Reserve, and we didn't know anything about it, but thanks to the Dodd-Frank bill, found out that they, shoveled in some $13 trillion under the table to world banks, to corporations and hedge funds. So no, they can legislate till they're blue in the face. It's not going to change the game.
All right, so what about unemployment in America? Do you expect it to get worse? And if so, what can people do to hold on to the jobs they have, or for those who are still looking for work at this moment?
Well, look where the job creation is going to be. Healthcare is going to continue to grow. Cyber, anything having to do with cyber wars and cyber crime, virtually every major government has admitted cyber wars are going to be a very big business. So if you could become that cyber sleuth and get into that industry, it's going to be great. And on a very positive note, go back to 1990s. What got us out of the recession? A productive capacity. The Internet revolution. Products were invented, designed, manufactured, serviced, and Al Gore didn't invent it. What we're going to see now is an energy revolution. There are scientific visionaries and entrepreneurs that we see, and we're going to be releasing more information in 2 weeks in the Trends Journal about breakthroughs in new energy that could shift the whole game. It may be as big as the discovery of fire or the invention of the wheel.
All right, let me ask you, I know you're talking about some optimistic news. A lot of people, this is New Year's Day, of course, and people are looking for signs of hope and in terms of, where to invest their funds. Do you think gold, for example, is still a sure bet?
Yes, we do. You go back again, you look at our forecast in 2001, we predicted the beginning of the gold bull run. They're devaluing the dollar. That's why one of the reasons gold went up 30%, silver 89%. Why? Because the fiat currencies, whether it's the euro or the dollar, they're losing value. Getting into one and out of the other is like jumping out of the Titanic and into the Lusitania. We're looking at gold $2,000 an ounce. If not this year, very shortly following.
Wow, $2,000 an ounce. Quite a number there, Gerald. Great to see you. Happy New Year to you.
And Happy New Year to you and everyone.
Thank you very much. Let's hope for great possibilities coming up ahead.
Well, he's certainly offering some.
Absolutely. Let's look forward to that.